Today on the channel, we take a step into the unknown with the unknown one, Mythic Legion's Legion Con 2022 exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today on the channel we go back to Legion Con 2022 for the unknown one. But for all your unknown one needs, eBay. But for a lot of the Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legion figures, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description down below. And the unknown one comes to us from maybe possibly parts unknown. Who knows? Now that parts unknown, beautiful this time of year, as we do know. But another thing we do know is we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's take a look at this packaging. Box set-like, of course, for this deluxe figure here. And once again, a Legion Con 2022 exclusive. November 5th and 6th to be exact. All shout out to those dates right there. But a big packaging here, big bubble window in the front, Mythic Legions. The unknown one, his parents, they birthed him and they said, you know, I don't even know what to name him. Let's just call him the unknown one. That's what they went with. It worked for them, apparently, because now all these years later he gets a figure. How about that? But we got nothing too fun on the side right here. A little bit of a burning castle, it looks like, over there. We do get War and Peace on the side. I don't think you guys want me to read all this to you. You can kind of pause the video maybe and read it if you want. And then on the back, we do get a little bio card. We will read that. We also get a big glamour shot with him and his wings. Of course, Mythic Legion figures, very customizer-friendly. You can have them with wings, without wings. Choose your own adventure with the unknown one. But it does say the unknown one. Since time immemorial, rumors have spread. A shadowy unknown figure appearing on bloody battlefields throughout mythos. The accounts tell of a monstrous black-winged demon wielding dual glowing blades. These blades cut not the body, but rip out the souls of the unfortunate casualties already pounding at death's door. No faction is spared. He's a tweener, apparently. Its true origin is unknown. Its true purpose is unknown. Its true name is unknown. History tomes record a lone victim discovered moments before dying, paralyzed in fear, blind eyes gazing into the eternal void while repeatedly whispering a single word, a death, a death, a death. Okay, whatever that means. I'm not exactly sure. But apparently this guy flies around and kills everybody. He's got nobody left unturned. He's going to take everybody out if he has to. Is that everything there? Looks like we got a little instructions on the bottom. Packaging off to the side. A gentle, fairly gentle, see you later. Oh yes, the usual. Joints on Mythic Legion figures can become tight after production. Maybe heat these guys up during cold weather. Yeah, we know all that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful with these Legions. I will say I've had a lot of weapon breakage over the years and stuff. It's just, it is a little rough. It is a little rough from time to time. Got the old wings going on there. Unknown wings is what we are getting right there. And then we're getting the unknown one himself. Interesting. He's got just two blade axes, whatever you want to call it. And that's about it as far as weapons. So a lot going on here, but not as much going on here, I guess. But that's all he's going to have. He's not going to have a gun. He's not going to have something else. He's going to have what he has. So the unknown one, we're going to take him offline, get him out of the package. We'll be back. Put this guy together. We'll be back talking all things. The unknown one, Legion Con exclusive. All right, got the unknown one out of the package. Let's take a step into the unknown, and let's take a look at the accessories first. No extra hands with this one. A little bit surprising there. We do get those two fancy blades they referenced in his little blurb back there. Interesting is it's basically, I was going to say bone, but I guess this almost looks like, yeah, I guess it does look like a bone. It kind of looks like wood, kind of looks like bone at the top, like a top of femur bone. Very interesting that he got the pink rubber bands and stuff. He just wants a dash of color going there. Then he got a little blade on the inside. So he's got these two blades going on, ready to go. Very primitive looking for a guy named the Unknown, but it is what it is. That is his weapon of choice. You get a few other things. We get the little satchel kind of thing. We get a little, you can put it over the side of him. You can put it around kind of like a belt. We do get those. We get these with a lot of Mythic Legion figures, as we do know. We do get the shoulder guards, the shoulder gauntlets, whatever you want to say. They do plug into the back, G.I. Joe style. They go up on the shoulders. We've seen these before, and there's really two different looks, and as we know, Mythic Legions, a lot of the characters, you can do multiple different looks with the figures. You can have them just looking kind of like this. You can put the full-on wings on them. You can have this head. You can have the other head. It really kind of complicates your head, and it's like, which way do I want to go with this character? You got to choose your own adventure is what you got to do, but we got these shoulder guards if you want to do that there. I guess we'll dive into this. Now, we do get these plugins in the back, very G.I. Joe style. You got spots for the wings. You got a big backpack, kind of a rectangle in the back, and you do get 3 different little plugins. I guess basically spacers is what you would call these. You plug these in the back, then you can plug the wings into the back of here. Give a little extra room. Don't have them as tight onto the figure. Hopefully, they'll stay a little bit better with that. We do get 3 different versions. 2 of them are identical. Very interesting pickups right there. So we do get those spacers. Now, I guess we'll dive into the wings right here before we get into the head. We do got these big wings, looking much like a dragon's kind of wings. You see some of that veinage in there in the red. Almost looks like lightning bolts throughout, but looking very interesting. And then you got little spikes and little talons, all kinds of things. Looks very like an animal creature. Not that this guy isn't an animal, I guess. He's kind of human, kind of unknown is what he really is. But they do plug on, and we do get some extension of the wings here, so you can move them around depending on your shelf space, put them on a flight stand, do whatever you want to do. But of course, you get a left and right wing here to plug into the back. So kind of makes sense, I guess. If you got the unknown one flying through, you're going to want those going on. But now we're getting down to the head here, and the head on the package right here, or right out of the package, I should say, almost like a knight's helmet with some big old horns over the top. And of course, these horns are removable, which is always nice. You can turn them down, you can turn them up, you can have one up, one down. Once again, you can choose your own Mythic Legion adventure with this one here, but they do come off very easily. Plug them out if you want to. We do get these little, I guess we'll call them bats kind of wings, so you can put these on here instead if that is kind of your thing you want to do. Once again, a lot of customizing opportunities with this one here. Not sure if that's the right way. I guess you can probably go either way. Almost looks like a Dungeons & Dragons character with those over the top. Like Warduke, was that his name? I believe it was Warduke. So you can do that. You can mix and match, choose how you want to do it. Love the red eyes on there. A guy named the Unknown One, he should have some creepy eyes, and we do have that right here. Got those red eyes back there. Very deep set in there. Very, very ugly. Scary stuff, scary stuff. And then you do get a second head. You guys know me, I'm a sucker for a skeleton head. We do get that right here. You do get the reddish kind of bone skeleton head. You do get the movable jaw, which you know I'm always here for. But if you want to have an unknown one with a mask on, or you want to just straight up skeleton, you can choose your own adventure. I kind of go both ways. It's kind of creepy knowing him. He's like this, like what's behind that mask? What is this guy? But there's also something creepy about a big skeleton head coming at you, flying after you, coming, to take your soul maybe. Who knows? But you choose your own head adventure with this one here. Now, diving into the body doesn't feel as unknown, I would say. It feels almost like Knights of the Round Table. Again, feels like some of these bodies we've had before from Mythic Legions. Got to get the most out of your molds, of course. But he's got some of that knight kind of armor on the shoulders there. He's got a little throat protector piece around there as well. He's got the big old armored kind of forearm guards into the hands. The hands got the armor on them as well. Big armor chest over the top. And then he does have the Parts Unknown Intercontinental title, which is a title most people don't know about because it is from Parts Unknown. And unless you've been to Parts Unknown like myself, you might not know the existence of this title belt. But he does got the Parts Unknown Intercontinental title. It is the bronze version here. I always preferred the gold version, but it is what it is. The bronze version on this one right here. Has one of those satchel kind of things over the top that we talked about over here. He's got one of those. He does got a little skirt here, very Roman gladiator style, and then a little bit of fur, like straight out of Eternia, of course. Got that going on. Got the big old shin guards like a young Terry Steinbach. Got those kind of armored big boots as well on him here. Got a nice kind of bronzes, blackish, brownish color throughout. Definitely a darkness to this figure, we will say. And of course, Mythic Legion's articulation, arms go all the way around for us. Single jointed elbows, side to side, hands back and forth, side to side. Head can be removable, side to side, back and forth. Once again, these do come off, as we do know. You do get a little waist articulation. Those big old Unknown One splits. He's known for his splits. Legs do go up. Bend at the knee. Side to side at the knee. ankles up and down, back and forth. So all the usual articulation from the old Legion squad right there. Really just comes down to choosing your own adventure. And of course, he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. So the Unknown One, ready to fly into the unknown and maybe take a soul or two along the way. Maybe even mine, who knows. But an Unknown One, another customizer's dream. How do you display him? Gonna have to play around with it, figure it out for yourself, just like I'm gonna have to do, I guess. But there it is, the Unknown One, Legion Con 2022 exclusive. Any thoughts from you guys out there on this one? Is this something you wanted to pick up? Is this something you needed in your collection? What are your thoughts on this? And is sometimes there too much customizability with some of these figures? To me, it just drives me crazy. Then I go to saying, you know, I really need two of these. I can display both looks. That gets expensive, especially with Mythic Legions, as we do know. But it's all about got to figure out what you like. And as we always say, you like what you like, you don't what you don't. But let me know your thoughts on the Unknown One in the comments down below. But of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out Patreon for early access to all the YouTube channels. All kinds of bonus stuff over there. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So, for the Unknown One, I'm the Unknown One, Kyle. See you guys all real soon.